I'm sure many of you know that the story Moby Dick, written in 1851 by Herman Melville, is based on real events. Not only is the story based on the whaling of the 1800s, it is based off a real event that happened when a whale hunt went wrong and the crew was stranded at sea. But I'm sure a lot of you do not know that the character Moby Dick, the white whale, is based off of a real white sperm whale of the 1800s, the legendary Mocha Dick. Welcome back to Tea of the Sea, and you might be going, Mocha Dick does not sound like a real whale, but he is in fact an actual thing. He was, in fact, a real albino sperm whale, and he was said to be absolutely massive. When he was harpooned and killed, they measured him to be about 70 feet length, and he gave 100 barrels of oil. The average male sperm whale today measures up to around 60 feet in length, so that 70-foot length isn't entirely impossible, especially since there were so many more sperm whales back then that likely were a lot bigger than the average size today. But it wasn't Mocha's size or coloration that made him legendary. What made him legendary is that he was the real-life Moby Dick. He is said to have escaped over 100 hunting attempts and destroyed around like 25 vessels in the process. The story of Mocha Dick comes from American explorer and writer Jeremiah N. Reynolds, who in 1839 wrote Mocha Dick, or the White Whale of the Pacific, a leaf from a manuscript journal. The whole thing comes from first-hand observations told to Reynolds, so it's based in real history. According to the descriptions, Mocha was big, old, powerful, and covered in barnacles, giving him a much more rugged appearance than other sperm whales. He apparently was relatively docile when you weren't really bothering him. Apparently he would swim alongside ships, but as soon as anyone actually attacked him or harassed him, he became incredibly ferocious. Apparently Mocha would even breathe differently than other members of his species. Most sperm whale blows project forward and to the left, as that's where their blowhole is, but Mocha's blows were more perpendicular, so straight up and much more forceful. Maybe this was a respiratory thing based off of him being an albino whale, but we'll never know for that for sure. While it's not known for certain, Mocha was likely first encountered and hunted prior to 1810 off Mocha Island, which is where he gets his name. And every other attempted hunt of Mocha after that first one, he escaped, and he quickly became legendary because of that. But after at least 28 years of attempted hunts, he was finally taken down in 1838. After he was killed, he was measured to be 70 feet long. He had 100 barrels of oil in his head and even produced some ambergris. Ambergris is a waxy substance produced in the digestive system of sperm whales, and at the time it was used as perfume, as apparently it gives off a very sweet, earthy scent as it ages, and was even more valuable than gold at the time. According to the first mate of the vessel who took Mocha down, he also had 20 harpoons in his back from previous encounters. All in all, Mocha is a legendary whale in the whaling history books, despite the fact that not a lot of people know about him today. He was legendary then, and he is still pseudo-legendary just through the iteration of the story Moby Dick, released in 1851. Melville got the inspiration for his character Moby Dick after reading about Mocha Dick from Reynolds in 1839. It is unfortunate that Mocha was eventually hunted down and taken. It would have been great if he had stayed alive until his natural death, but I am glad that the character Moby Dick exists, because otherwise I and a lot of you guys likely never would have heard about this legendary white whale.